Marc The Shark MMA Show. All right, guys, we're back again with Zane. 2 episodes in a row.
How you doing,
How's it
Mark?
going, Zane?
Good. How you been?
Good, good. Yeah, we're here to talk about the UFC 266.
Volkanovsky and Ortega.
Yeah, man. So what are your thoughts about it?
This is going to be a great fight. Both of these guys can take a beating, and they can give it really well, too. I think that Volkanovsky is just a little ball of muscle, and he just kills you with every swing. But Ortega has been able to, with Max Holloway, prove that he can take a beating. And Max Holloway threw everything at him in the kitchen sink, and the guy would not go down. They had to stop it. So I think it's going to be really difficult for either one of these guys to get knocked out. I can see Ortega possibly submitting Volkanovsky.
Yeah,
But
you kind of jumped right to the main event, man, because this card you also got the return, which is good.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you know what?
I mean, you got the return of Nick Diaz. I mean, we went right to the main event, which is fine. We can go over that first, and then we'll work our way back.
We'll work our way back to the main event. We'll work our way back to it. So, what would you like to talk about? Which fight you want to talk about first?
Well, we already started with the main event, so I guess we can continue with that one.
It's up to you. We could talk about that for a while, but I don't want to waste time on just the main event.
Yeah, we'll start with the main event. This is probably like one of the I don't know if you saw last week's UFC Fight Night 191. Just to recap on that. That was like a surprise. Like every once in a while, like the UFC, you look at the card, it's like then you watch and you're like, well, fight after fight. The fight was each one was like fantastic. This one, you're looking at it and you're just hoping that it lives up to the expectations that you have. I mean, you got the main card, like you're talking about. We're excited about it. Brian Ortega and Alexander going at it. I think that's going to be a great fight. I have no idea who's going to win. I just think Ortega's just got a slight advantage only because of his reach, right? I mean, what are your thoughts on that one? Let's go over that one first, and then we'll get into the undercard.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Though when you look at all three of these main event fights, you have definitely the championship, the 145 championship, and then you look at these women. You get another championship fight, and that's going to be a great fight. And then you got the return, this the second fight between Nate Diaz and Robbie Lawler, which they're all equally good fights. So I guess it's okay to start with the main fight.
Yeah.
So if we continue to talk about Ortega and Volkanovsky, I don't think that Volkanovsky is so flashy and exciting. I just think that he's brutal enough to withstand getting hit a couple of times and just deliver nasty, hard shots. And he just overwhelms a lot of his fighters. Even though it was really close with Max Holloway, there were 2 fights that they had. It was, I feel like it could have went either way for either one of those guys, but it wasn't enough, I feel, for either one of them. But I feel that Ortega and Volkanovsky, I think it's going to be a different fight than a Max Holloway Volkanovsky fight. I think it's going to be a little bit more mix you up, a little bit more on the ground, a little bit more stand-up grappling, a little bit more on the ground. I think there's going to be a finish. I think eventually there's going to be a finish.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about this one. I mean, because I was going to say Ortega's got the advantage of the height, but the other guy beat Max Holloway, who's taller, right? Or just as tall, right?
This is the thing. Surprisingly, I don't know. You could look up the stats on this and maybe open up a search, but I think that Volkanovsky had a longer reach than Holloway, even though he was shorter. I think something about Holloway, he looks like he has a long reach, but he doesn't. But I know that Ortega does have a long reach. So I would look that up, though. I don't know if you have time now.
I wouldn't even know how to look that up, but it's I don't know. I mean, on the ground, I don't know. Alexander's probably got the wrestling a little bit, but I just think Ortega will be too slick for him on the ground with his jiu-jitsu. And Ortega's got slick boxing too. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I think this one is going to be, I think no matter who wins, I don't think there's really going to be a surprise to anybody. Like if either one wins, I think everybody's just going to think that each one is good enough to win. So I don't think it's going to be a surprise if either one wins, to be honest with you. I honestly think that I think everybody's probably going to agree with me here that they don't care who wins. We just want to see a good fight. That's what I think is everybody's expectation on this one.
I researched it real quick. It said Volkanovsky versus Ortega, odds with expert analysis as Ortega to win.
He's got a negative, right?
Volkanovsky has a positive reach advantage of 2 inches over Ortega.
Yeah.
So
I forget what does that mean? Because they say Ortega's got a plus 150 to win.
Well, no, that's different.
Alexander's negative.
No, that's different. That's talking about like people betting on who's going to win
and
who's going to lose. But as far as just reach advantage, even though Ortega and Holloway were the taller fighters who you thought would have a longer reach advantage, it's Volkanovsky, the shorter fighter, that has the reach advantage.
I don't know how. He's like 5'1", 5'2".
Yeah, but some guys are like, they're.
I just think he overreached. I think he probably has I don't know how to measure reach. If they're just talking hands.
No, that's what they're talking about.
I mean,
they're talking about reach. They're talking about
reach.
But
look at Ortega's legs, bro. He's got to get. I mean, not that Ortega's really known for kicking, right? Like, if he was Barboza, I would say it's a little different. But
no, when they
still got to get past his kicks. Not that he's known for kicking.
When they measure reach, they're talking about reach advantage with punching.
Yeah. But I mean, he's still got to get close to him. I'm just saying there's legs, but like I said, I like both. I just think I think people are just going to be happy if they get a good fight, if it lives up to the expectations. Then you got Valentina and Lauren Murphy. I think you got a thing for Lauren, from what I remember.
I don't know where you're getting this.
I really don't, but I don't think there's any way that she's going to come close to Valentina. I don't think so.
This is Lauren Murphy. I feel that she's not as pinpoint accurate with her kicks or punches. I think that she's someone who just has been winning. So you look at her, she's 15-4-0. Right? So who did she actually lose to? Let me actually try and take a look at her stats. So she won against Joanne Colwood, which Joanne is good, but I think she's more of a character, and I wouldn't say she wins a lot, but Lauren Murphy beat her. Then last year she beat Roxanne Modafferi. But that was a 3-round fight. It wasn't like a knockout or a submission. She beat Andrea Lee, which again, another 3-round bout. And then before that, she KO'd Borella. Now, I don't know who this woman is, Borella. I'm not very familiar with her. And then I'm looking at down at 2018, and it was a decision, another decision. So she seems to be someone that has been winning in decisions a lot lately. And I'm just thinking, another decision, and not really submitting, not really finishing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my worry is that she's going to I don't know, maybe eke out another win, but I'm like, against Valentina, Valentina is
No,
someone that she looks for blood. So this is my prediction. I think that Valentina is going to win, but
I think
I
she's
don't
gonna pick her up, slam her in the first round, and it'll be done.
I
And I
don't know if
think
it's
it's
going
gonna.
to be
I
that
think
easy.
I'm predicting first round knockout, bro.
I got a feeling
Valentina.
I got a feeling that Lauren Murphy is going to give her more of a fight than most people think. I could be wrong, but
I think if she does, I think it's gonna be an upset. I think Valentina is gonna smash her, but we never know, right? They said the same thing with Matt Serra when he fought St. Pierre, and he knocked out St. Pierre the first time. So you never know,
you
right?
know what it is?
You never
We are
know.
way Mark, we are way too experienced to not allow our emotions to get the best of us in our decision making.
Yeah. All
I
right. And
think.
speaking of emotions, I know you never really liked him, but a lot of people like him. Even though he's been out, him and his brother bringing the crowds. Like I've been to a lot of UFC fights at Hooters over by my house back before COVID when they were open, and it wouldn't be packed. But you get a Diaz brother in the ring, it's packed. You got Nick Diaz versus Robbie Lawler in the rematch. I think the last time they fought was like 15, 20 years ago, whatever. Uh, who do you got from this one? I'm actually gonna give this one to Rob.
I hope he does win because my emotions, like led into my emotions tell me, man, I hope Robbie Lawler murders him. But the one thing is, Nick and Nate, I don't were they ever knocked out?
Yeah, I told you that the last time. They had not Nick, but Nate Diaz was knocked out by Josh Thompson, who's
Oh,
now a
that's all
commentator
right.
for Bellator. I think it's
Right.
like the only time he's ever been knocked. They've never been submitted though.
Right.
But I
Never
don't
been
see
seen it.
Robbie Lawler tapping out Nick Diaz. Now I'm saying Robbie Lawler because Nick has, in terms of being in the ring, hasn't been anywhere because he was suspended for X amount of years. Robbie Lawler, up to maybe up to probably like 2 years ago, he was pretty active. So we'll see. And I'm sure Rob is probably anxious to get his revenge because that was like a very good knockout. I guess, I mean, when he fought him the first time, he probably didn't expect someone looking like Nick Diaz would take him out because, I mean, he was younger and lighter, but he was built like a brick house back then. And the Diaz brothers, man, they just look like, like little stoners. Yet
Well,
they
they
pull
are.
it off, but
That's besides the point. The thing
they're
is,
they got that stoner looking. They don't look like they're in shape, but they are because they're triathletes. But mentally, they were bred for this.
this
They
is
were
my
bred for MMA.
this is the
I don't
thing.
know what they would do if there was no MMA. They'd probably be in jail or something.
They
But
don't get tired.
they don't, and they
It
don't give
doesn't
a fuck.
matter. It doesn't matter how many cuts and bruises and nasty things happen. The only way you can stop them from coming forward is you really have to knock them out, which
Or a ref
said,
stoppage or something like a.
or
This
or
is
to
the
say,
only thing I could think of, right? Because they both are known for scar tissue on their face.
well, the thing is, they had so many fights,
Yeah, that's the
training.
only thing that I could think of. Like if Robbie, either Robbie knocks him out or he gets a few good nasty shots in, right? And it aims right for Nick's scar tissue because he actually I think both brothers. I know Nick especially had to get an operation because he had so much friggin' scar tissue. So, but I'm giving it to Rob only because he's been in the ring more recent than Nick.
I
But
don't think he's going to win.
I think more people are probably going to be tuned in to pay per view for that fight than a main event. To be honest with
Could
you,
be. It could be. I
yeah, the Diaz brothers. I mean, I don't get it, but they got a lot of fans. People just love to watch him fight, and I mean, I know you don't like him, but a lot of people like to watch him fight. But I mean, to me, they don't have the charisma as McGregor when he makes his remarks is funny. But dude, when he comes out with "Don't be scared," well, actually that was Nate that says that, "Don't be scared, homie," and he starts talking shit to the guy in the ring as he beating him up. People love that shit. Then you got the big boys, Curtis, Rosenstruck, dude. I don't know if these two guys make it past round 2. I'd be surprised. I'll probably go with Rosenstruck on this one, but Blades, you can't sleep on him.
You can't sleep on either one of them. But Rosenstruck and Curtis Blades, they both fought the Black Beast, and they both lost. So, well, actually, I'm not 100% sure if Rosenstruck fought the Black Beast. I'm almost positive that he did, but I have to look up. I have to look at the statistics on that. But I'm going to give this one to Curtis Blades.
We'll be at odds on that one. Winner buys the other one a beer. Or a block of cheese in my case. Anyway, but I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying. This card is stacked. I mean, they're coming right out of the gate. And then before that, you got Jessica Andraj versus Cynthia Cabello. I don't know. I'll probably lean a little bit towards Jessica because she's had the belt and she's fought for the belt another time after she lost it. But Cynthia is no joke, man, on the ground. But I don't think she has the strength as Jessica.
I haven't seen Cynthia. By the way, Rosenstruck, he fought the present champion, but he did not fight the Black Beast. So I would say I'm going to go. Cynthia, I think, has more skill. I think that Jessica Andrade is basically just a bull, but I'm going to go with Cynthia Cabello on this one.
Okay, I'm trying to see because that's it for the fights. I'm just curious.
Well, then they got the preliminaries.
See if they have the preliminaries because I didn't see it on UFC.
No, they do.
They got Marlon Moraes. Oh yeah, Roxanne. Yeah, even the undercard is good. I mean, we don't have to go through it, but I mean, for the guys listening and watching this, you got Marlon Moraes, you got Dan Hooker, Roxanne, Modaffri. They got a pretty good undercard. Damn, even the prelims, even the pre-prelims are probably pretty good.
No. Mark, they don't have Roxanne Modaffri.
You got to go to MMA Junkie. It's listed there.
No, I'm on a reputable site. I'm on where it says UFC, and
I'm on UFC.com.
I think you got a different card there because the main card.
Oh, I didn't hit the prelim. I'm not saying main card. I'm saying the prelims and the prelims.
I know the prelims and the preliminary card and the early prelims. They do not have Roxanne Modaffri fighting.
Oh. I'm wondering which one is right. I guess we'll find out. They got two other girls. Actually, it looked pretty good looking. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, it's totally different between.
They have the two ladies that are fighting. One is Mayra Bueno Silva, and they have Manon Fiora.
Yeah. It's totally different from MMA Junkie. Well, I guess we'll find out on the night of to see which one. I'm assuming the UFC's website would be more accurate, right?
I think the easiest way the site that I use is I just type in UFC, and then actually I wonder if I can share this with you. I don't know if I can share my screen.
Yeah, that's fine. We got to get going here anyway. Yeah. But anyway, so those are our picks for UFC 266. Taking place on September 5th. And that's a wrap for this particular episode, guys. Stay tuned. Zane, it was good seeing you. We'll have you back. Hopefully, we'll do a recap of this to see who's right.
All right.
All right, guys. Take care.
Take care, guys. Bye.